In 1950, Fresno was a quiet suburban community of 90,000. Fast forward 60 years and Fresno's population has jumped to almost 500,000, making it the 5th most populated city in California. The response to this boom was a surge of trendy new restaurants, businesses, and attractions. But with a big city reputation comes along big city problems.
In our community in Fresno-Madera County, there are over 5,000 individuals who are without a home that we were able to count. 4,000 of those live here in Fresno County, so it's a pretty big number. We estimate in our community that although we only counted the 4,000, right, there's probably more like 16,000 folks who don't have a place of their own. So we have to be clear about the definition of homelessness, right? It means that you have a place not of your own. Now, college students, right, as they move out of the dorms, they technically are homeless. But that's not a number we can count, all right? Or those families that are doubled up together, that's not a number we can count. But so when we did the point in time, that number of 4,000 only includes the people we can actually count.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you.
It's kind of scary out there, rough, and there is a lot of caring people. Like, I could stand on the corner and they'd give change to buy something to drink or kind of get enough money to get a room for the night.
Well, I've noticed over the years that the homeless population has risen, and especially lately with the economics being as bad as they are, we've seen a sharp spike in homeless people on the streets. They've not only are they typically we've found that the homeless people reside in the downtown area, but now we have them coming all over the city.
Yeah, they've always been all over town. I think what people fail to realize is that we had a pretty large community a couple of years back that lived along the Freeway 41 berm. So as you're driving north, as you leave City Hall and you head back toward, Clovis West and the River Park area, all of the construction that you see now on the northbound freeway between Ashland and Herndon, that all disrupted where people were living. And so that's why you see a lot more folks on the street, like Fresno and First and Barstow, because they were in these encampments along the 41 berm. Just prior to your arrival, I was on the phone with Public Works because they're about to do a construction project, and they need some help in relocating some homeless individuals.
There's a street when you go to my house, and there's a field across from it, and there's a wall that leads to my neighborhood, and there's like a line of trees, And recently, like, I don't know, I'll be walking and I'll see, like, empty alcohol bottles and, like, pillows and sleeping bags and stuff. And then I'll be riding my bike and sometimes people, like, pop out of the bushes. So that's a new thing, like, in the past year. I live on the corner of First and East by Avenue.
What's your general attitude towards the homeless?
I don't know. I think they're just lazy bums, honestly. In my opinion, they're just go get a job.
There may be issues of domestic violence. There may be issues of mental illness or just physical health. It's a series of issues that happen. It could mean that a family is together and someone has a health issue, or someone loses hours at the plant or is laid off. And it becomes more and more difficult to make your bills. So in most cases, particularly that we see now amongst families, is someone's losing their house, they go to move in with family. And it's okay because, you know, we all want to help our family. But at some point, our difficulties you know, are now rubbing off on your household. And so you say, as the leader or one of the leaders in your house, hey, it's time for you to go. The kids can stay, or maybe one of the kids can stay, or whatever the combination is. But you adults have to go out there and go try to do something.
Are you scared of these homeless people?
Kind of. Like, yeah. It's like they're hiding and they just come out of the trees. You don't know.
What is their biggest day-to-day challenge that they have to face?
It's really the dangers you face on the street. And it's not necessarily a physical danger. It's more of the mental health danger. It's more of the physical well-being danger and the vulnerability.
What would you say is the biggest challenge homeless people face on a day-to-day basis?
The city of Fresno, politicians, government, police. That covers police, code enforcement.
Law enforcement and homeless people are kind of adversarial right now. There's an air that it's us against them. If we could help them, we would, but they have to want to help themselves first.
Fresno's Roading Park. Every Saturday, a different kind of picnic unfolds here. This is Food Not Bombs, a non-profit that feeds the hungry.
Well, Food Not Bombs originated January the 7th, 1996, and we've been here every Saturday, never missed a Saturday since then. And this is what we do. You know, it's universal. Numerous cities, numerous countries, you know. We're in Europe, we're in Russia, we're in Alaska, we're California, all over the United States, Mexico.
Probably one, really, maybe every major city really probably has this, you know, or maybe even a few, you know.
When you come here, you get something to eat, you socialize, you ain't got to have the ear banging like you do at churches. There's no forced religion. Matter of fact, we're not a religious group.
We don't give them any direction or anything. We don't say, you do this, you should do this, you should do that. And of course, there's no religion involved either. So it's just whoever comes here, anybody can come. You don't have to be homeless. It doesn't matter. You could be a lawyer or a doctor and show up here. It's okay. And so I don't, you know, we just like let everybody be, really, you know.
We feel that they need food if they're homeless, and we feel bad because they lost their homes.
What's your favorite part about handing out food and helping other people?
Mine is about giving them food.
Oh,
And mine is about giving them clothes and playing with the birds.
you like playing with the birds? Is that your favorite part about coming out here?
Well, it just kind of makes me think how lucky I am, and I like helping other people that don't have the same opportunities that I do every day.
And I think also it makes you look at people differently, because before, it seems like a lot of people just see the homeless population as just this nameless, faceless thing they're not people, and then you come here and everybody's so friendly, and everyone's everyone's different, a different amount of homeless. Some people might live in their car or might have an apartment, but everyone is really nice, and it gives you a different outlook on people, and it makes you really think about them as people, which I think it's hard because you don't know what it's like before you come.
So, we've stepped forward, announced a nonprofit called Fresno First Steps Home. The mayor has, joked about her $1 a month pledge, right? For $12 a year, you too can end homelessness, right? You guys have probably seen her on the commercials doing that, right? Well, next Wednesday is our State of the City. She's going to give her a report on what we've been doing and launch a new initiative, right? So now let's pull your cell phone out, text the word HOME to 85944, and that $10 contribution comes to Fresno First Steps Home.
The mayor has his First Step program. I've donated into it, and it's basically, I haven't seen nothing done of it.
Just because of the way that our society functions, I don't think this cycle's going to be broken, to tell you the truth, I mean, as far as getting jobs and getting apartments, I mean, you need a lot of money, you need credit, you need a job. And if you don't have, I don't know, you can tell a lot of these people aren't going to get any jobs even when it's good. Even in good times, nobody will hire. So I really don't see that happening.
Our future's pretty bright because we've got a lot of good things in place, and we're continuing to build on that. And I think our partnerships are great. So there's a sense of hope. But at the same time, there's a sense of reality. Not everyone can be served because of the economic realities of it. Not everyone wants to be served. But it's really our goal to make it as easy for folks who want to step up and be served as possible, and for us to continue to move forward in the right direction.
How can citizens help?
Get involved.
Get involved. We'd like to have some more volunteers.
They really depend on us being here every week.
And if people don't get involved, that's when we start. It is our job it is our will, let's put it this way, our will, not our job, but our will to assist our brothers and sisters.
I think that it doesn't matter how old you are, you should definitely help anyone that you can. Do what you can to help.
So if citizens really want to help, get involved. Get involved with places like the Poverello House that are trying to make a difference and end homelessness and poverty.
You telling the story is a part of the work that we do. Someone's got to be the advocate and the communicator and the educator.
I think no matter what race or class or no matter religion, whoever you are, I think it's really important that you give back and to everyone else, and that really makes things better for everyone. Together,
we all have a role to play in it, and some of us, again, are just educators. Some of us is about getting educated, and for some of us is about doing the work.
Those who are being mean to them are laughing at them or calling them names when they're gone, are on the streets asking for money and food. Those people to watch them. That's why we always come out here to help them all.
Of my friends.